if you get this opportunity, you need to be disciplined, commitment, work hard, because you will be here as a professional footballer, but not just to perform as a footballer. You will develop, you will improve, and you will get such a great experience that you will never forget the rest of your life. To be honest, for me, it was a great experience, and it is still a great experience. When I say the great experience, it doesn't mean that I just enjoyed here. It's because this experience gave me the opportunity to see the solid system, sport system here, where you can see the improvement of the players, the great development on them, and the great result when you see the improvement and developing them and their performance inside the field. So for me, it's a good opportunity to have, and it's my pleasure to be a part of this club and one of the most famous clubs here in Spain.
Well, Ahod, she's my little baby. I coached her a long time ago. She was a player. She was a national player in the beginning. When we started in Saudi Arabia, we started from zero. And I could see always Ahod being a good player, but also the capability of being a coach, the potential of a coach. So she made her B license, and then she was still an active player. So now I convinced her new career, as she's over 30, to be a coach. And I think she's doing really well. She is in the A national team with Luis, working there, and now she has this wonderful, really, I'm so glad this experience she gets here in a professional club, women club in Europe, to see how everything works, especially in the pre-season. She was here now. I think it's a very important time of the year to understand what you have to do, how to prepare a team. So she never done this before, so I only hear good things about her, how she is enjoying this and how much she's learning, and that's great, really.
Bueno, esta es una oportunidad muy buena para Ahod, en este caso para nuestra entrenadora asistente, de poder venir aquí a Sevilla a pasar estas semanas para aprender de todo el staff técnico del Sevilla, no solo el primer equipo, sino también de la base y de otros equipos, porque está ya también jugando con diferentes equipos. Para ella es una oportunidad, como digo, única y muy bonita, para ver también cómo funciona el día a día de un club profesional, con una academia profesional como es la del Sevilla. Bueno, las instalaciones son una maravilla. Yo había venido aquí a jugar como visitante, ¿no? con el Barcelona, pero es cierto que cada vez que vuelvo a esta ciudad deportiva siempre hay cosas nuevas y siempre se ha invertido un poquito más en el fútbol femenino. Ahora mismo con el nuevo gimnasio, que hasta hace poco no disponía el equipo femenino como propio, y estos pequeños avances o grandes avances son imprescindibles para que un equipo pueda evolucionar, ¿no? Y vemos que el Sevilla, como club de fútbol femenino o en la sección de fútbol femenino, está dando pasos que, bueno, que por desgracia pues otros clubes no pueden dar o no están dando, ¿no? Y por eso también el Sevilla se está posicionando como un referente en el fútbol femenino en España.
But basically, I like how much the environment here is very healthy to develop a professional player. The other thing is how is the club very organized with the clear system. So for any club wants to get forward and develop, this is very important. What I really liked in this club, they respect and accept every cultures, every religions, and people here are really friendly and really helpful. Since day one, I really felt like I'm working with them like 10 years ago. I have been working with them like 10 years, and they treat me like a part of the team. So the environment here can give the opportunity for the technical staff, players, employee, admins, whoever will be a part of this club, they give them the opportunity to perform because they provide here, and the club provides the healthy environment with the great facility. So this is very important to anyone can be comfortable when they are working. I felt that people here not only support the men's football, also support the women football. And this kind of energy that they inspired inside the field is reflected on the players. And I can tell here the women football is growing. Two aspects. The first aspect is the analytic operations here. So they do a great job in the analytic process, where they're using the digital tools perfectly by analyzing every tracking, analyzing every training here, preparing reports for every single activity. So for me, this is very important to improve and develop any players. The other thing is the scouting system here. They have a great scouting system where they work with the talented player by scout them globally and track them with the system, and they have they have a really solid system and network where they can really scout and choose the great level of the players. And what I really like that they have fitness centers only for the female teams, which is very important for me because they are really taking care of the women teams here. Also, they have doctors, nutritionists, clinics, departments for every aspect. They have they have most of the things that any professional players need to develop and improve in this career. As you know, like people in Saudi Arabia are crazy about football. They love football and they watch the Spanish league. But as you know, club like Sevilla is one of the competitive club in Europe, not only in Spain. So there is a lot of people here there in Saudi Arabia are supporting the clubs since Maradona was a player here, and you know Bono was one of the best good goalkeeper around the board, and nowadays he's playing in the Saudi league. So we have this kind of partnership and collaborations, and we share the same interest in football. So people there absolutely love Sevilla's club. So being a professional footballer is not easy, but when you get this opportunity in environment like Sevilla's club, so I'll be honest, it is a really great, healthy environment to develop. So if you get this opportunity, you need to be disciplined, commitment, work hard, because you will be here as a professional footballer, but not just to perform as a footballer. You will develop, you will improve, and you will get such a great experience that you will never forget the rest of your life.